All right, it wasn't on our list. We're going to talk about politics. I got into this with somebody the other day. They posted a thing that said...
Which I'm not saying, and I'm sorry for interrupting, but I'm going to go and say, because someone's going to be like, well, he's just a Trump supporter. I'm not a Trump supporter. I know I live by a lot of people that are Trump supporters. I'm not. I don't like either one of them. It's the same thing the last 4 years ago. Didn't like either one of them. Didn't vote. It was fine.
Well, see, if you... This is the way, and this was actually, that falls right in line with the conversation I had. That the government has convinced us, the way everything is, it has convinced us that if I say I'm not a Trump supporter, well, if you don't vote for Trump, Biden's going to win. Well, I'm not a Biden supporter. Well, if you don't vote for Biden, Trump's going to win. Okay. There's more than two options.
Yeah.
There is a third option, a libertarian candidate. And I don't always agree with the Libertarian Party. They're a little...
At this point, let's just fucking see what happens.
Her name is Dr. Jo Jorgensen. She's a female. She's a psychiatrist or psychologist. I think she's a psychiatrist.
Like I said, I tried to look at the news today, and all I got was Rona.
That's all you're going to hear. Because they don't want to talk about it. They actually said she won't be allowed to participate in the presidential debate because she didn't raise enough money. She didn't. And man, the campaign finance laws, come the fuck on, man. And I said, I came up with a great idea.
You're running for president. Good for you. Fuck how much money you put into it.
I came up with a terrific idea. I'm going to take a sip of this here Jameson, and then I'm going to tell you about it.
It's fucking smooth today. It tastes really great.
We're
both fucking out of it today.
So, I'm ready for a nap.
Yeah.
Like, I just want a nap. Been doing stuff all day.
Sorry for dragging you in there, but you kind of had to.
Here's my idea. The untamed presidential election. Here's what you do. Now, we can't do it in time for this. You know what? We could actually do it in time for this November. We set the deadline at August 1st. By August 1st, if you want to participate in the presidential election with a chance to become president, I don't care how much money you have. You don't even have to pay us anything. Send us a letter and say, hey, I want to come down there and be president. Okay. However many people we get, let's just say, as a general rule, we get 50. We're going to get more than that. You get 500 people. Now, we go through there. We're going to have to narrow it down. We're going to have to weed it down. There's certain criteria you have to meet, to be president. You have to be a natural-born U.S. citizen. You have to be over the age of 35.
Right.
So we kick out anybody who doesn't meet those. If we have to weed it out a little bit further, okay, anybody who has felony charge or felony convictions or does prison time, okay, let's kick them out. Sorry. But we whittle it down until we get to 64 candidates. And then we make a bracket. We talk to Joe Rogan and get this motherfucker on pay-per-view.
Yes, I already know where this is going.
And once a week, we have an hour-long debate and run that bracket.
Yes.
1 versus 64 until we get down to the top two.
Yes.
And then the top two have a cage match to the death. The winner is president of the United States. Okay, maybe not fight to the death.
Yes.
We'll just do another debate. We'll keep
to the death. I'm talking, I want to see blood on the fucking map.
But with our luck, we'd end up with 2 90-year-old men in there trying to. It looks like Herbert the pervert and that Nazi fighting from Family Guy.
By then,
jackpot.
By then, I've already lived most of my life anyway. So who really gives a fuck?
But I mean, what better way? Because right now we don't have. Everybody's so focused on party. This, and that's the conversation I was going to say I got into on Facebook. Somebody had posted a Trump or a vote. Any vote that's not for Biden means Trump is going to win. And this person actually said, put your beliefs aside and do what's best to get Trump out of office. Okay. You're done. I mean, that's not what I responded. I tried to respond in an intellectual way. Even though my brain said, just type, eat shit, Gail, that's not what I said.
Shut up, Karen.
And I said, the philosophy that there's only 2 options is just not true. It's just not. Mm-hmm. And if you actually look at the polls, who wants Biden, who wants Trump, who's undecided, those undecided voters could rival the people that want to vote for Trump and Biden. But they won't let the third party in. A lot of people haven't even heard about Jo Jorgensen. They have no idea who she is.
I found out about her maybe 2 to 3 days ago.
Yeah, it wasn't. She's been around a little while,
but I didn't know anything about her.
People have been convinced that the 2-party system has destroyed our government. It has. because it's become more about we have to beat the other guy. We have to beat the other guy.
Yes.
Okay, but what the fuck are you going to do for me? Because I don't give a shit if you beat the other guy or not. I don't care which one of you wins as long as one of you does something that's going to help me, that's going to help the country. Do I understand that I may have to make some sacrifices to help certain other people? Yeah, I get that. But we shouldn't all have to sacrifice for the politicians to benefit.
Yes. And not only that, it, like you said, it's now become, just vote for us because we're Republican and you're one of us. And great, I get to say I'm a Republican, but I don't want to fucking whatever it is elephant on my fucking doorstep. I want to fucking know if I'm going to have to pay more taxes or less taxes. Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? What are you going to fucking do? And that they're just sitting there going, don't vote for Joe Biden. He doesn't know where he is half the time. Don't vote for Trump.
That's true, but
he just made a giant golf club. That's all he does.
The only difference, well, actually, there is no difference between Trump and Biden.
We talked about this
other than their name.
segment.
I mean, there's really not.
We said that if we put Trump and Joe Biden in a fucking boxing ring, you said Trump would be there going, I'm the best fucking boxer there is. I know. Joe Biden on the other side going, where the fuck am I? Which I don't know why I have a Bill Clinton voice when I think of Joe Biden. I just see that if he goes in the office, he's going to be the next Bill Clinton. Instead of fucking a Jew, he's going to be fucking an Indian girl. And not even in the office, just in the middle of the fucking White House lawn.
Did you just bring up Elizabeth Warren?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, wow. That was sly. That was good. I like that. But the whole thing has gotten ridiculous. All it is bashing the other side. You know what? They don't even have to give speeches or debates anymore. Let them step out to the podium and say, okay, you have your time. And let Trump say, I'm Donald Trump, I'm Republican. And the Republicans will start clapping. That's the end. That's it. And then Joe Biden can say, I forgot. What's my line? Oh, I'm Joe Biden and I'm a Democrat. And the Democrats will clap and then everybody can go home. Because that's all that's fucking happening.
He's going to say, I'm Joe Biden and I was the guy that was with Obama.
Well, that's kind of an important thing. So he was the vice president for 8 years. He's been in politics for 40 years. And he's trying to sit there and say, hey, I've got all these great ideas. Where the fuck they been the last 40 years? Because if you look at Biden's record, and I know I'm getting ahead of you here. I know you don't look into this stuff. But if you look at Joe Biden's record, all the stuff people talk about prison being racist and minorities being locked up at a higher rate and the punishments for minorities being higher than they are for whites, guess who was part of the prison reform process that put that into effect? Joe fucking Biden. Guess who sat there and came up with prison reform that put people in prison for victimless crimes?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how do you sit there and say, well, he's not racist like Trump? Really? Really? Because he's been helping writing these laws for the last 40 years. And our entire prison system right now is, in part, the fault of Joe Biden.
Oh, yeah.
So, and there was another politician, I can't remember who it was. I don't remember who it was, but it was during this election cycle. And they said 22 veterans a day commit suicide, which is a very well-known statistic. True. I couldn't think of the word. Very well-known. And I want to say this is one of the females that was running on the Democratic ticket. But she gave a speech and she said, I have a plan to reduce veteran suicides. And if I'm elected, I will put it into effect. What kind of fucked up piece of shit do you have to be to not just tell us the plan? You're seriously going to not save lives so you can beat Donald Trump.
You ever watch The Office?
Yeah.
Okay, remember the episode when they were trying to find a new manager for The Office and the guy who plays the Lego Batman comes on and he's
Will Arnett?
Yeah. Will Arnett. He's like, I've got a 3-part system on how to improve your company, and if you hire me, I will put this into effect. And Jim goes, oh, that sounds great. Well, what is it? Well, you have to hire me first.
Yeah. And I don't get that because
so you're basically telling me you can cure cancer, but you're not going to tell me how?
Oh, somebody said that too.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was. I don't want to associate it with the wrong name and people get mad at me.
Was it the weed
but
guy?
Somebody said, I don't think so, but somebody did say that if you elect me, we'll find a cure for cancer.
That's been someone
my term. Well, here's the problem. We're getting way off our list.
Yeah, we are.
But No, technically we're not, because we did say we were going to talk about conspiracy theories. So here you go. I don't know if you call this a conspiracy theory or what, but I actually believe this. They'll never cure cancer.
No,
they can't. It's a multi-billion-dollar a year.
It's too much of a fucking business thing.
Yeah,
they make
no way.
so much money
off cancer, there'll be so many places that go out of business, and the only way to prevent those businesses from going out of business is going to be to do to the cancer cure what they did to insulin.
Yeah.
And they're going to charge a ridiculous amount. I don't know if you know this. The first insulin, when insulin was first made, I can't remember the guy's name that invented it. It sold, I think in today's dollars, it would come out to like $4-6. That's what it costs. And a year or two ago, I had a severe allergic reaction.
Yeah.
And within 10 minutes of starting the reaction, was in the hospital, couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
It was bad.
It was horrible. And
they prescribed me EpiPens, and I went to the pharmacy and dropped it off. And the woman said, "Okay, you get 2 EpiPens. That's $600, and I gotta go."
Yeah.
Unless you're about to say that's 600 pennies, I'm out, because I'm not paying $600. I'll just suffocate to death.
Yeah. There's. I forgot, because my grandpa used to say it all the time, but in trying to put it in my word, there's a price to live now.
Yeah.
If you have to make a certain amount of money to live.
There's not just a price to live, by the way. There's a death tax.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that or not.
Yeah.
You get charged to die.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, well, so if I'm a vegetable, just leave my plug in the wall so I don't have to pay that fucking death tax. Let me earn a little bit of interest.
And it's not even you personally have to worry about it. It's your family has to worry about having to pay this fucking death tax.
It's just a freebie for the government. That's all it is.
What the fuck is... And people are like... They don't even notice that. They're so caught up in the media. We're too focused on what's on the fucking small phones in our hands than to realize what the fuck's going on in the back.
Yeah, nobody sees it. See, and the media, whether it's Facebook.
Did anyone realize that the other week that they released that UFOs are real? They showed raw footage of UFO sightings.
Man,
no one fucking...
We've always known UFOs were real.
But the government actually released footage of it. That's what I'm trying to get across.
Yeah, but now people don't know what to believe. Well, you said it wasn't real before. It's like when you're a witness in court and you said one thing and then said another thing and you said, "Well, I'm telling the truth this time." How the fuck we know that? I mean, why? How do we know you're not lying this time? Or you're telling the truth last time?
Well, for one thing.
But UFOs are real.
Yeah, if you don't believe that, you're kind of naive. If you honestly believe that.
Yeah, there's no way we're the only life in the universe.
We're the only intelligent beings out there. Then
I don't know that I'd go so far as to refer to us as intelligent life forms.
I feel like I feel like they're just circling around going, what the fuck? We're a reality show to them. We're the Office to the extraterrestrial.
Did you ever watch Third Rock from the Sun? You ever see that? That was an old TV show in, I want to say like the early 90s, mid 90s.
You played in it?
Who am I talking to?
No, but do you not see what we watch every day?
Oh, true. That's true. Man, John Lithgow was in it.
Yes, I've seen. Yeah.
So, if I remember right, there was an episode of that where that was kind of the point. Like, they came here to study us and reported back, and it kind of was like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? And, I mean, you look at some of the shit we've done and some of the shit we've allowed, there's another civilization. And of course they don't want to come say hello.
No.
Why would they want to come say hello? Oh, hello, it's nice to meet you, Earthlings.
Tear gas.
By the way, why y'all keep shoving shit up each other's ass? Why do you have 27 different flavors of condoms? I mean, these are the great achievements of our lifetime.
Anal beads?
I go, that's just a pull start. That's all that is. But, the shit, I don't know. We, as a society, I always go back to a quote or statement, whatever you call it, I heard years ago that individual people are intelligent and rational. But a group of people, a society, they're dumb. They have knee-jerk reactions. They're not rational or logical at all. And you see it now. You see it. You see it with all the I don't want to say protest, because the protest, the actual protest. All right, that's legit.
Proud of that.
But I'm talking about the
against the
looters and the rioters, and then first of all, you're taking attention away from
what it is,
the whole point of the protest, and you're not protesting. You're taking advantage of a situation,
stealing fucking lamps.
That's all you're doing. Yeah, why? And and everybody blamed it on black people, but I'm pretty sure that video there was a white bitch running out of Target with some lamps.
There was a fucking white guy with Legos.
Yeah. Who the fuck steals Legos? What are they, like $2?
And you could tell, well, they're kind of expensive.